I first saw him on TikTok right between a clip of a dancing dog, bikini model making protein pancakes, and some guy air-frying salmon in a hotel room. He was sitting inside a bright yellow Lamborghini, wearing Gucci shades, and started the video with the line, "I used to be broke like you." It felt like a slap in the face under the noon sun. I wasn't sure if I was laughing or offended, but I know for a fact Ty didn't scroll past. I watched the full 90 seconds, then clicked on his profile. From that moment, I tumbled into a world I thought would be my escape from being broke. He had it all: the Lambo, the mansion, the Rolex. Sushi tables surrounded by women who looked like Instagram filters came to life. But most importantly, he was sharing his wealth roadmap. Let me be honest. I used to roll my eyes at get-rich-online content. I thought only losers fell for that. But that day I had exactly $64 in my bank account, rent due in 5 days, and my hours got cut at the coffee shop where I worked. I didn't know how broke I was until I had to choose between buying a $1.50 pack of ramen or saving it for gas. And there he was, glowing in the golden light of money, telling me, "If you're broke, that's your fault." It stung, but it stung right. He said things so brutally honest they almost made sense. People don't get rich by working hard. They get rich by making their money work. Then nobody becomes a millionaire, saving pennies. Invest now. I started watching him every day. Morning first thing I saw was him jogging on a Miami beach talking about compound interest. Mid-shift at work I'd sneak a live stream of him analyzing the markets. Nighttime lying in bed, watching his videos on how to make your first $10,000. And then I did something that now I don't know whether to call naive or just stupid. I signed up for his $799 course, discounted to $299 today only. The course had 12 videos, each about 10 minutes long, repeating one message over and over: invest early, get rich early, money doesn't wait. He taught me how to buy crypto, read candlestick charts, and how to allocate capital. At the end, he invited me to a private investment group on Discord. That's where the real FOMO started. The group was buzzing every second. This coin about 2x too. Just made $2,000 today. Thanks, bro. Anyone not an ABC coin is sleeping on generational wealth. I got hyped. It felt like a digital casino where everyone wore suits, used buzzwords, and pretended to be experts. I didn't want to be left out. I scraped together the remaining $1,200. I had the money meant for next month's rent and threw it into a token called ZenPets. Why? Because he said, strong dev team AI meets blockchain. And most convincingly, today's your last chance before it hits the big exchanges. My eyes lit up imagining, if it goes 5x, I'd have $6,000. I could pay rent for the year, then use the rest to reinvest. If I got lucky, maybe next year I'd be the one making Lambo videos. Week 1, the token went up 15%. Discord exploded. Went live, popped champagne, screamed, "I told y'all." Started planning to buy a used car, pay off my credit cards, maybe book a trip to Mexico to decompress. I even drafted a post. If I can do it, you can too. Week 2, the token dropped 30%. The Discord got quiet. He wasn't going live anymore. I messaged the admins, no reply. I checked my wallet, down to $600, but I still believed. I thought, this is just a healthy correction. I'm not weak like the newbies. I held on, waiting for the breakout. Day 18. ZenPets website disappeared. Homepage showed an error. Telegram channel deleted. Discord shut down. He, the same man who called me a financial warrior, stopped posting anything new. I deemed him blocked. Emailed support. Nothing. That's when it hit me. I got scammed. Lost the money. Lost the trust. Lost whatever shred of pride I had left. I held my phone, almost called my mom for help, but I couldn't. I remembered her saying, "Don't trust people online talking about easy money." And I laughed at her for not understanding the internet. I thought I was smarter than her lifetime of struggle. I was wrong. That month, I started driving for Uber in LA, up by 6 a.m. at the gas station. Back home by 11 p.m., the AC was busted. The seats were ripped. But I didn't complain. I just kept thinking, at least now I'm earning real money. One day I picked up this flashy guy in a blazer, talking non-stop about some AI gaming pre-sale on Solana. He kept bragging about tokenomics, roadmaps, market cap. I didn't say a word the whole ride. When he got out, I just said, "Good luck, man. Hope you make it out before the rug." That night, I laid on my bed, staring at the ceiling. I wasn't rich, didn't have a Lambo, but I had something no online course could teach. Asterisk if a guy in Gucci glasses is promising you wealth without sweat run. Don't study, asterisk. The worst part wasn't the money, it was the silence. After the token vanished, I sat in my room staring at my laptop for hours, not scrolling, not clicking, not even blinking yet. Just sitting there, like if I waited long enough, the screen might suddenly flash and say, "Just kidding, here's your money back." But all I got was a 404 error and the sound of my own breathing in a room that felt smaller by the minute. Check the influencers page again, still there, still polished. No mention of Zen pets, no explanation. Just another video of him poolside in Dubai sipping champagne and saying, "You're either a wolf or a sheep. Pick one." I wanted to throw my phone through the wall. In the Discord, the community evaporated overnight. The same people shouting "HODL, trust the long-term vision," went silent. Some deleted their accounts. The guy posting daily market updates? He'd already moved on, promoting a new coin on Twitter. They were gone. I wasn't. That $1,200 wasn't just cash. It was every last thread of hope I had. It was my one final attempt to escape a life I didn't want to wake up in. But instead of lifting me out, it buried me deeper. I started lying to people. I'm just reallocating my portfolio. It's just a market correction. Crypto's volatile, you know how it is. I couldn't admit I got played. Not even to my best friend, the one who warned me. I ghosted him for weeks. I even tried chasing my losses. Found another influencer on YouTube. Less flashy, more educational. Glasses, bookshelf background. He talked technical analysis with a steady, confident voice. I thought, asterisk, this guy's different. He sounds smart. Uses real words like RSI and MACD. I told myself I didn't lose because I'm dumb. I just followed the wrong guy. This time I'll be smarter. Asterisk. I scraped together $500 from tips and late-night grocery runs and threw it into a new project. This one claimed to be the Airbnb of decentralized storage. I had no clue what that meant. But the charts looked good, the guy was convincing, and I was desperate. It dropped 60% in 2 days. That's when I stopped. Cold turkey, no more charts, no more Discord, no more influencers with perfect teeth and $10,000 suits. I deleted TikTok, logged out of YouTube, unfollowed every money mindset account on Twitter, but the damage was already done. I missed rent. Twice, my landlord, once patient, gave me an ultimatum: pay up or get out. I borrowed $300 from my younger cousin just to stay. He didn't even ask why, just sent it with a text. "Hope you're okay." That text broke me more than anything else. I picked up more Uber hours, started doing Instacart runs at night, slept maybe 4 hours a day, ate gas station food. My car made sounds like it was dying, but I couldn't afford a mechanic. I drove every shift on a whisper and a prayer. At one point, I considered starting a GoFundMe, drafted the whole post. Crypto ruined me, but I never hit publish. Not because I was proud, because I was ashamed. And somehow, in all that mess, I started reading again. Not Reddit threads, not Telegram chats, real books. I went to the library because it was free and picked up The Psychology of Money. Then, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Then Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Yeah, it's debated, but at least it didn't promise me a Lambo in 6 months. It talked about habits, patience, risk. The stuff the TikTok gurus never mention. I started budgeting. Nothing fancy. It's just a Google sheet with columns. Rent, gas, groceries. Don't be dumb. I tracked every dollar. I stopped looking for opportunities. I started trying not to drown. Funny thing is, once you stop searching for shortcuts, you finally see how long the real road is. But you also realize it's solid. One night, while waiting at LAX, I picked up a guy who asked me, "Do you invest?" He was around my age. I paused. "I used to," I said. "What happened?" he asked. I trusted the wrong people. He nodded. He'd been there too. Turns out he lost everything in an NFT rug pull.
Oh.
bought a $1,200 mentorship. We swapped war stories. And for the first time in months, I didn't feel like a failure, just another idiot, but an honest one. There's power in admitting you screwed up. It doesn't erase the consequences, but it gives you something back your clarity. I stopped pretending, stopped trying to sound smart. I just ... told the truth, and suddenly people started telling me theirs. A coworker at my second job told me she lost $4,000 in a Forex scam. My old roommate blew his stimulus check on Dogecoin. Barista I barely knew showed me a meme coin he bought because it had a cool logo. None of us were dumb. We were just desperate for a win. I started writing everything down, not to become a guru, not to launch a course, just so I wouldn't forget. Just so I'd never lose track of what it felt like to fall for a dream wrapped in Gucci sunglasses and good lighting. One line kept showing up in my notes. Don't rent someone else's confidence when you're too scared to build your own. That's what they sell you, these online preachers. Not just hope, but certainty. They stare into the camera and say, trust me. And we do. Because certainty is addictive, especially when your own life is chaos. But here's the truth I live with now. No one can save you from being broke. Not a guy in a Lambo, not a Discord group, not even a book. The way out is slow, boring, repetitive. That's why so few people take it, but I'm on it now. One ride, one shift, one honest dollar at a time, and no, I don't have a Lambo, but I've got enough gas to finish this trip. And that's something. I remember the exact moment I realized how far I'd fallen. Was parked outside a 7-Eleven in East Hollywood at 2 a.m., waiting for my next Uber ping. My back ached, my phone battery was dying, and my dinner had been a bag of flamin' hot Cheetos and a banana. I stared at the reflection of my face in the rearview mirror, greasy, tired, a little older than I remembered and thought, how the hell did I get here? That's when another video of that influencer popped up on my feed. Same smirk, same Lambo. He was talking about taking control of your life and becoming the architect of your own freedom. I didn't even finish it. I just laughed out loud, ugly, bitter. I laughed so hard I scared a raccoon rummaging in the trash nearby. I wasn't just broke anymore. I was broken. And yet, somehow I was starting to rebuild. See, there's a strange thing that happens when you hit bottom. The air down there is clearer. The noise fades. All the flashy advice, the fake urgency, the echo chamber hype, it goes silent. What's left is the one voice you spent the longest time ignoring, your own. And my voice was tired of being lied to. I started rebuilding my financial life like someone cleaning up after a fire. Slowly, cautiously. I got a second job cleaning offices on weekends. Opened a high-yield savings account. Set up autopay for my bills. Made a rule. I couldn't buy anything until I'd thought about it for 48 hours. I stopped comparing myself to anyone online, especially those who made me feel behind, unworthy, or not grinding hard enough. I muted their accounts, deleted their apps, and unsubscribed from their newsletters. I stopped treating social media like a financial strategy. Instead, I treated it like a hazard. Because that's what it is for a lot of people like me, a trap disguised as inspiration. You don't see people's full story on TikTok. You see the highlight reel of someone selling a lifestyle, not living it. You see edited ABS, rented cars, and sponsored wins. You don't see the credit card debt, the returns that didn't work, or the breakdowns at 2 a.m. in parking lots. I started listening to people who spoke slower. People who said things like, it depends, or I don't know. People who didn't try to sell me anything. I found a podcast by a former hedge fund guy who talked about losing money. It was the first time I heard someone with authority say, you're not stupid, you're just human. That broke me open in the best way. Because I had thought I was uniquely dumb, that I alone had been fooled, that I deserved this pain. But the truth was, I was just part of a generation raised on hustle porn, told that being broke was a mindset, and that if I wasn't rich by 25, I had failed. We've been lied to, repeatedly, elegantly, and dangerously. But the solution isn't to be bitter, or to cancel influencers, or to pretend money doesn't matter. The solution is to build systems that work even when life doesn't, to create a financial plan that survives bad months, dumb mistakes, and sudden crashes. To stop playing the game like a gambler and start acting like a builder. I made a plan. It wasn't flashy. No crypto. No options trading, no flipping NFTs. Just automatic deposits to a Roth IRA, a checking account for bills, a savings buffer, and patience. So much patience. I started thinking in years, not weeks. Slowly, so slowly I began to feel stable. Not successful, not rich, just stable. And that felt like wealth. Now, when someone asks me for investing advice, I don't give them a stock tip. I don't recommend apps or gurus or what I'm buying now. I just say, asterisk, make a boring plan, stick to it, and stay the hell off TikTok for money advice. Asterisk. Sometimes they laugh. Sometimes they nod. Sometimes they ask what happened. And I tell them. I tell them I once followed a man in a Lambo because I thought he had the answers. I tell them I lost everything chasing someone else's dream. I tell them I drove through the night in a broken car to pay back money I should never have gambled. But I also tell them that I learned. I learned that fast money is a lie told by people who profit from your impatience. I learned that the people who really understand money don't try to impress you, they try to bore you with consistency. And I learned that sometimes the best investment isn't a stock or a coin or a course, it's silence. It's humility. It's asking yourself, why am I in such a rush to get rich in the first place? Because that question, it's the one that changed everything. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm no longer where I was. I don't look in the mirror and see a loser anymore. I see a guy who made a mistake, paid for it, and is still standing. And sometimes when I pass a Lambo on the street, I smile not because I want it, but because I remember the version of me who did. That version isn't dead. He's just grown up. And for the first time in years, that feels like enough.